Accelerating.
Now it's your turn.
Change of plan. No, my sword! Lofty wisdom will show us the way! Without further ado...
Let me down,
I'll make short work of you.
Ding-dong water bomb!
Be gone, Shadow of Darkness! Press the advantage.
A moonlit night for all. Go claw! Lame.
Resistance is futile.
Might compels you!
Give yourself.
Divine light, shield them! Long ago, I descended from the heavens to Langan to act as an envoy, guiding the people of that nation towards a peaceful future. The whole world shares the bounty of the skies, the rain and clouds that grace the earth beneath. The moon was never meant to be a foreign realm.
Use the force
Be
on.
gone, shadow of darkness! Go get him, Aiden!
Three moons converge. Wing down water bomb.
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines!
Use the force on.
Ratchet
Save yourself.
Press the advantage.
Wayne.
Without further ado! Arrogant! Mighty dust!
Wing down water bomb.
Behold the dawn! Target acquired.
Glow. A new moon rises.
Divine light, shield them! Light the dust!
You on this. You're in.
You're in my sights. Light compels you.
Be cleansed! The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines!
Add Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra. This realm. If you ever. to art. Surrender!
Silence! Huh. Settle down!
You can't run! Yeah, punishment! The show begins! Let the world collide! Are you here? Take flight! Sakura swirl! Shiver!
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled.
Lose myself a little. Judgment! Punishment!
Silence!
Are you here to play song? Life out. You can't run! Coming to art. Submit!
Be sanctified. Bow your head.
There you are.
I thought I told him to spray it with water. You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat, so I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Mr. Tainari! Sanjay!
He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them!
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses. Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Tighnari's busy no matter where he is, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Hey, don't look at Paimon like that! Paimon is super careful about what she eats. Well, looks like Tighnari might be busy for a while. Let's take a look around the port in the meantime. Wow, look at these flowers! They smell so...
Huh?
Paimon's... fine. She's just got a little...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder.
It's getting worse. Why? But,
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice. Whoa, that was fast.
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either. Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise.
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
I suppose that's accurate. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emily, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Paimon is Paimon. Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from this...
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Have you ever heard of hay fever? To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens can trigger abnormal physical reactions.
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened then.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal, but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction. But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Is everything all right? I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air. Emily? Ah, what a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon are in good hands.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all. I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something similar has happened in the past.
Remember the first time we met? You fainted after inhaling Spirit Borneal. It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors. Some people are even allergic to almonds. It's not something you can generalize.
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emily is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
And that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tighnari certainly comes out on top.
A flower expert? Oh, Paimon's got it! You must be the expert Tighnari mentioned, the one in charge of the exhibition!
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind...
Auguste!
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred or noble. It's sometimes used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with a historical event in Fontaine known as Perfume Mania? Perfume Mania was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago. It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself. No one anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the price of perfumes to skyrocket. The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding them and reselling at even higher margins. The value of these products became so inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora. This resulted in countless disputes and scams. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product, creating an economic bubble that was never going to last. Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers were thrown in jail as a result. In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, during
10 million?!
after the mania ended, most perfumes returned to its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the value of the perfume remains exceedingly high. Indeed, the Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making. When the bubble popped, all the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire. The variety has never been seen since.
But didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look for it?
Ah, yes. I came to...
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
I have to agree. Emily wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor, but the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the... divine, noble, one of a kind, all beautiful sentiments when it comes to perfume.
Wow!
Of course, every so often someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
Ever since that rumor started, 3 new perfumes claiming to be made from the... If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, then I'll be free from all the stories and added meaning and just focus on making what I like.
That makes sense.
Oh, I would of course be grateful for your help, but I wouldn't want to trouble you.
We're both travelers from abroad, so it's only right that we help each other out.
Ha! I suppose you're right. Then you have my thanks.
Based on the information I have so far, it's unclear if the rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks...
I was just about to pay...
Edgar?
The person you've been back when he was still working in Font...
I should also mention, he was my teacher, the one who taught...
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine? Was he...
It's a...
Oh, look at all the flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that more back?
It's been so long, I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
Well, you and your brother haven't changed a bit.
Oh, yeah, all this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business. We need to talk about Kyria. Is he...
Hold on, we have guests.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emily? Is that you? I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine.
Oh, well, it's...
Hardly. I've taught many, and who are these two?
They're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Emily's friends.
And these two gentlemen are...
I'm...
yes.
Merchant...
You must be here to look for the August flower.
Well, what respectable perfume...
I'm guessing you're here for the same... I commissioned a few... That being, some of them were one of...
No, I don't think so. Auguste is even more... Although...
Impossible. If a goose were that easy to replicate, it would never have sold for such a high price all those years ago. The Auguste flower is back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent...
Well, let's table that question for now. Edgar, did any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought. Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the Auguste fragrance passed them on the street.
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate. You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Oud, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
My apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see. I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute, but by the time Emily wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Oh, and we just showed up out of the blue. Guess that means there's definitely no space for us.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay, even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight, or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru. Even better. Although, would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here? It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping. It shouldn't take up too much space.
Well, about that.
Of course!
All right, then. Ood, I'll prepare some...
Whoa, the smell of flowers is so... Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
No, that's a florist thing. We work closely with the essential oils of various plants, but to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep...
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite. And my brother will be Blaze while you're out. Blaze.
Yes.
All right, then. Where can we...
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back. Could I trouble you to bring that back as well?
How
Is that so? Mr. Ood, Mr. Blake.
Hey! What are you doing?
That's Master's voice.
Edgar!
Master!
Hey, Edgar!
Who?
Kyria.
Hey, Edgar? Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
I checked. It doesn't look like it...
Oh, but that's him. Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit.
Do you think whoever did this was hiding? That strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle? Oh, really? Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found...
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Matt.
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. He's still unconscious and inducing Ah, yes. But first, Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien...
Wait, you...
Hey! Were you talking to us, mademoiselle?
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creative... There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, a researcher from Sumeru responsible for... The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. In the end, they were...
And what does that have to do with us?
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucy...
Ah, Miss Emily, out of respect for your position, you have a bright future.
You claim to be regular perfume merchants, and...
What?
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particular unless, until recently, they were...
Emily, you little...
Don't misunderstand, Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to criticize, but Master's life is in danger. If Master's attack had some... So I'd like to trouble you...
Fine.
Sylvain!
Lucian, if this will help us find Kyria... You were right, Miss Emily. There were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucy. Sometime down the road, the marsh...
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up...
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru so that he could put those events behind him. Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. He stopped making new perfumes and focused on introducing students to the craft instead. That's how I met him. My parents had to relocate to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little while. But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijava.
Like us, Vijava was also staring down an investigation from the Marechaussee Phantom. But before the Phantom showed up at her door, she set all the flower beds on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn. All the Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create, was reduced to nothing but a pile of ash.
But destroying all that evidence, wouldn't that make things worse for her?
It didn't matter at that point, because she died in the fire as well.
What?
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own. Why even ask us if you knew all of this already?
The name wasn't mentioned in any...
Kyria was Vijava's. He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens. Vijava kept him close most of the time. The 3 of us, after our operation was compromised.
So, you think Kyria took something with him?
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us that if she left something behind before she died, believe me, Kyria's the one that has it.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to...
So the liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really was...
Poison? No. If Auguste could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half... He probably... We're not looking for... We only would... As long as...
So that's why you never mentioned...
Yes, exactly.
Anyway...
Well, at least we're able...
Well, glad to hear... Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit.
Yes.
Huh, you think so too? That does... But based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now...
The way you exposed them like that? Oh, right!
Oh, yes. That's because most...
So you're,
Close. In fact, with just a small alteration to the... Basically, I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you? I'll stay here and continue to look after Master.
There is no harm in claiming forsaken possessions. You should take it. It may prove useful. A gift from the heavens. I shall gladly accept it. You should take it. It may prove useful.
Whoa, why the rush?
What? He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless...
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
What about you, Tainari?
I'm sure the sheriff can... Then she was far... Not to mention the... As for me...
Oh, that's right.
From Emily's letter, certainly. But I didn't have time to... I have friends and... I'll leave you and Emily...
Well, it's been a day. But things weren't looking good with Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first. Emily!
No longer in critical condition, thankfully. He's still very weak, but with my chemical analysis of a goose, I was able to...
Elemental energy?
Hard to say. I had to use... Unless you were abnormal. As for weather map...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. Did Tainari come?
I received a message from him last night, but I haven't heard anything since. The message said...
Oh, Paimon thought he might have stopped by to... excuse me? Is Miss Emily here? Oh, perfect! Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon, you...
Kale. Oh, of course. Tainari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. And please, no need for formalities.
Oh, okay. Did Tainari send you here, Colin?
Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, Master considered that possibility as well. But
how is that possible?
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want to figure out her...
Hey! Lucian!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Kirio came back, do you?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just... It's locked?
there's no one here.
Lucian!
That's Sylvain's...
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Emily, Emily! My brother, he's gonna be okay, right?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain.
No, that's not...
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone. He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door?
Of course. Leave.
Thank you both. Mr. Sylvain, we'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
Poor guy. He's like a shell of his... He may have made some bad decisions.
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally... All the moments he shared with his...
If Kyria really was behind this, then...
Lucian can no longer speak. But the traces... Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene. I'll leave you to contact the ship.
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air. Miss Emily, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor. Have you...
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have some... I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity...
Then, would you mind helping us investigate? Before he left...
Of course, I appreciate your trust. Many of the...
We'll help too. We don't know much about... And the windows are shut.
Pupils are dilated.
Well, looks like we've invested.
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain...
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed...
Then, what could have happened last night?
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday.
After Kyria attacked Edgar, we returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our... But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise!
So, no movement from the room next door. No signs of a struggle at the scene, and no external injury on...
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucian's pupils were dilated, and there weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's...
A goose? No, that's not possible. No. Emily, you ran your tests, didn't you? Go on.
No, I didn't find any common...
See? A goose is harmless.
That may be true for most people.
Edgar? You're up.
Thanks to Sylvain. No matter how hard you...
Edgar!
Even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20... No. He would never... That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She wasn't...
Oh, Fatus.
The Fatui. Well, that means the elemental energy present in Auguste was...
Ah, so you've already detected it.
Oh.
The Auguste flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
A delusion?
The Fatui, delusions. I never would have thought a Guste was...
Born of a delusion, Auguste contained distorted elemental energy.
That's enough, Edgar. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower, but no one knew it didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway.
So you decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about Auguste, unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar.
It may be true there are no records of Auguste, but even if no one was acutely... that explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kiria's involvement as the Fatui, delusions, Auguste. If the Marechaussee Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would...
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. At least that way, Lucian would still be alive. All these years without any sign of Kiria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute it's after. Auguste was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to destroy evidence?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the products circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marechaussee Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it. She burned all her flower beds and threw herself into the fire as well.
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, there would have been no reason to do that to herself.
Yeah, she could have just burned the flower beds and fled with her brother.
I thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't until just now that I finally understood her reasoning. Everything she did, it was for her brother, Kiria. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps after her death. After arriving in Fontaine, Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate the Auguste flower.
So she couldn't flee with her brother.
If her true identity was exposed, the Auguste flower, and Yelena's own corroded body both bore. So, in the end, she burned.
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Most likely. That's why Lucian and I were searching for Kiria, to take back Armora and the Auguste flower.
But why is Kiria out for revenge anyway?
I don't think he knew his sister was nearing death. Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance. She kept herself busy.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kiria what really happened.
I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, it's hard to pull your...
Very true.
Edgar!
Think about it. If we hadn't been so... if we hadn't
We were just trying to... Lucian's crime... Was it really so extreme that he had to pay for it with his life?
The only person that can answer that question is a judge.
Fine. I've said my...
3 people from Fontaine. Well, we can only wait until the Academia since...
The hotel could suffice. You could station. Although with Sylvain's mental state...
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve this. I'd just like... As for Sylvain, would you be willing to grant that request?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the man we grew to know and...
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happened tonight?
Yeah, all we know is that he uses a goose to poison people, but we still have no idea if he targets Sylvain or...
That may be true, but what if we take advantage of this situation and...
Master, no! That's too dangerous.
If Kyria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last... In other words, you want to use...
Capture? Not necessarily.
Afraid? I'm spending the rest of my life in prison anyway. As for the danger...
I'll admit, it could work. We just need to spread the word that... Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel.
I still have some reservations.
I'll also keep watch.
Although, I think Sylvain and myself should... If Kyria noticed another person in the room, he might
You mean if he doesn't see a way...
If that were to happen, everyone's standing guard.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
This old...
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep watch later.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the fragrances for our shop.
He taught my child how to make perfume. How could...
He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just...
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about the rumors. No matter where Kyria... Let's head back to the hotel and take a break.
Emily, Sheriff Xian wants to talk to you and the Traveler about...
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you...
Oh, that's...
Oh, it's not good to be so tense, especially when we...
was...
You seem very preoccupied with...
Oh,
Hey, Emily! Kale!
Oh, are we... No, not at all. This will be easier to talk. I've just been thinking. If Kyria has the capacity to commit murder, there was just a single door separating. When I accompanied Sylvain to... Maybe Kyria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of...
So did he attack Edgar as a warning then?
Based on what we've heard...
Losing his sister all... Whenever I get to thinking like that... I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like that. Not after everything he's done.
There's nothing wrong with the... In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, I've witnessed countless families. Some of them even surround yourself with fragrance for too long, and your sense of smell will become dull. So while you do, Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die. How much did they truly know about the Fatui and the delusion? Did they force Yelena to make those decisions? Answering those questions requires a lot of time and evidence, while a single act of vengeance can put those answers forever out of our reach. I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, a certain amount of information can be inferred from the traces left behind at the scene. But generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered, and the whole picture ever incomplete.
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next to impossible to think about things that way. For someone like Kyria, I'm sure right and wrong lost all meaning a long time ago.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late. I understand Kiria's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kiria. They all deserve to survive.
The fortunate and the unfortunate.
Emily, Traveler. Huh? Edgar, you're here too?
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you to be out in the... Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you to be out and about like this? Oh, it's you two!
A little exercise never hurt anyone. Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru, so I'd like to take care of my plants while I still can.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I've grown attached to these flowers, and this is my last chance to say goodbye. Come tomorrow. I'll be happy to entrust their care to you. I would imagine Sheriff Sham is here for a more important reason.
The Night Watch! You mentioned earlier that we still need to confirm our plans.
That's right. I've stationed some of my men around the surrounding area, but we still don't have anyone standing guard next to Sylvain's room. Exactly. After some discussion, we concluded that Sylvain has the highest risk of being attacked next. You're the most skilled fighter here, Traveler. And Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch. That's why I want you two stationed next to Sylvain's room. So, are you up for it?
Sounds perfectly reasonable. I'll be glad to have your help tonight, Traveler.
Has Kirya given up on his revenge? Guess we'll have to keep at it. Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kirya's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago. There must be something we're missing. Something extremely important.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier was pretty tasty. You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like, Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers, glaze... Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
Hey, did you hear? Someone...
It was the older of the merchant brothers.
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucian, and now this.
Listen up, everyone. This is an active crime scene.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of...
Do you think it could be the work of an... I mean, how do you get away with something like that with so many people watching?
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
I suppose.
You don't know that. Kirya already attacked you.
You were the only reason I managed to survive, Emily. I never did thank you for that, did I?
Even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity. He would have been able to help.
Is that so? I suppose I'm a very fortunate person then. I have exceptional students, caring friends, and the respect of my peers. If it is indeed my time to go, then I'll die without regrets. But Kyria has nothing. Yelena is gone. Now, his enemies are too. It really makes you wonder.
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kyria himself.
Well, Emily, there's something else I'd like to... But so many flowers were transported here for the... Whether Kyria gets to me first, I know it's a lot to...
Of course.
Really, now
Sheriff Sham still has some questions.
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting.
I'm sorry, Master.
Another all-nighter.
Emily still isn't back.
Yeah, that's true.
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening to Emily's plan, to be honest, I'm still...
The key clue was right in front of us, the... Let's go. We'll show you where the... Wasn't this incense originally... Another all-nighter.
Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble.
Yeah, that's...
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening to Emily's plan, to be honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was...
The key clue was right in front of us the entire time! Let's go! We'll show you where the cook... This is it!
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emily, you're back!
Exactly as expected.
A flower that only blooms at night.
Exactly. Although that's why Kyria chose the...
There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one... If applied to the out... If applied... If poured in... If you stick the...
That's right! He applied a dilute. That way, the Auguste would remain trapped inside. However,
And Kyria could...
by the next morning, the sample...
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of Auguste is so toxic? Then how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
That's because Auguste is just as dangerous now as it was all those...
You mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy? That can't be right. They were involved in the operation all those years ago.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive.
The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. In Fontaine, I experienced how drinking primordial seawater made me more... That doesn't sound right. In Sumeru...
Alchemically produced essential oils.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru.
Ah, yes. I definitely...
in Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence...
Flowers were pretty important to this plan, huh?
Actually, it's not a coincidence.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune.
He probably used the mora Yelena left him, don't you think? But in the end, it was just a...
There's a saying among forensic doctors in Fontaine, but up until this point, but because he's been disguised as some...
The mora spent to rent out the hotel, it all points to one person. Creating such an intricate... It all points to one... Kyria and...
But Kyria was only in his teens back then. Edgar's lived here for so many years.
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really but before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. Do you think Kyria kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about this.
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail.
It would seem Master decided to tap into...
What? But that's so...
But why?
No. If his aim was to target everyone who had a hand in Yelena's death...
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena chose to die...
Then there's still one target left.
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
Ghost!
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath.
I saw a black shadow. It ran right... How could something like that happen?
This is terrifying. This is terrifying.
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of the scent from here. It's this way. Please, follow me. The scent is getting stronger. This...
Oh! Are you all right? Were you...
No, I'm all right.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason...
This feeling...
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar he's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar is the one we're after.
But how is that possible? Mr. Edgar is 70-something.
That's precisely why he had to resort to... Kyria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower.
No. He couldn't have. Mr.
And what if the impersonation started before?
I've
yet to confirm it, But I suspect Kyria killed the real Edgar Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While Edgar was incarcerated, Kyria started making preparations to replace him. The new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of and Sumeru fit the bill to a T, with no one around to question him. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills.
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the... He aged himself decades beyond his years.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that kind of person. He can't be.
What you really need is to get out of here and rest.
No, I can keep going.
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should not be treated lightly. I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. Please come with me and rest. I'm sure Kyria... No, Edgar wouldn't want any more innocent people implicated in all this.
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. From our brief exposure to a goose, it would seem the substance has little effect on us. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant to the effects of abnormal elemental energy. In other words, this environment doesn't pose as much of a risk to us. Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. If the target were to escape from a different point of entry, that might allow him to evade capture. I hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the perimeter.
Thanks. Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done. Ooze, head back to Port Ormos and start gathering reinforcements.
Got it.
Traveler, Emily, Paimon, please be careful. For someone who's only...
Don't worry. This isn't... We're not going to... Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy. Bring it! Yoo-hoo! I'm going in! Hear the echoes of the valley! I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Whoa, look at all the Auguste... There are so many of them. Paimon can't believe a single...
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion...
But why would Kyria... He only needed a...
Perhaps hatred wasn't not long ago? He told me he didn't want all the... But Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in Sumeru under the guise of for someone with nowhere to call home. Perhaps dying among a bed of Auguste flowers just like... A plant that destroys seeds. Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost...
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter. This is...
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago and... Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but I always understood. The reason why you continued to use the delusion. The reason why you set your garden on... I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you earlier. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Please, Yelena!
Emily, I'm alive. No, that's not possible.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the...
No! The amount of Auguste I drank. A fake, but... how?
We started making the preparations to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way. If Auguste was so
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other, but recently, we found a way for them to work.
Rainbow roses?
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have...
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make but the meaning you assigned to a guste became so inflated. You believed in its divinity and your obsession with a guste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, so... Sylvain is... Since you've been preparing your cord since last night, that means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this...
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation.
Who knows? Maybe I would have just...
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secret... Sylvain only inhaled a small amount. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed.
Is that so? Well...
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify. I did what I set out to do.
Careful, everyone. This environment is...
Stick close and hurry up. We can't let Edgar die.
Looks like I'm almost out of...
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make...
The scent of a guste is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a single... So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what...
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have...
Rainbow roses, glazed lilies, Cecilias... The perfumers of the past knew that if you cultivate a new flower species that
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies... Yelena.
Will we be gone long?
I'll lead the way.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
I won't hold you back. Much.
I'm here. Faster?
Choosing to stay with
Okay,
us.
faster.
Do you require any assistance?
Let's nip that in the bud.
Did you know? Miss Emily's releasing a new perfume! Right, I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the sort. I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I hope they're to your liking. Also, I was hoping you could try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of smell go hand in hand, you know? Just leave it to Paimon! Oh, it smells...
Besides, when it comes to perfume...
Right! Do those flowers...
if I had to guess... I'd say it probably has something to do...
A language of flowers? Oh, we've heard of that before! Paimon remembers hearing something like, the Cecilia represents the true feelings of the prodigal son?
What each flower is said to represent varies by person and across different moments in history. The same is true for the flowers that make up the scent of a guste. After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meanings of those 3 flowers can be reassembled to form a single phrase. Forget the past and keep on living. Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended, not the nobility and grandeur most people associate with a guste.
Do you think Kiria knew about that?
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found, but he didn't seem to care. Who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response. Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but conjecture. Even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to forget her. Avenging her death? That was the meaning I chose for my life. Kyria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for. In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks. Thank you for saving my life, for giving me the chance to learn that a goose could have carried a very different meaning. Love and hatred are a privilege of the living. When someone dies, their thoughts, feelings, and intentions die with them. In that sense, what a goose truly represents in the language of flowers will forever remain a mystery. But even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own interpretation. The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, they're constantly twisted and exploited in our imperfect world. And yet, at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires.
Art is the key ingredient in fine dining. I'm so annoyed.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Wrath from the sky!
mountain's veins boil! Try and stop me! Incinerate! Light up the blazing sun! Try and stop me! Hear the echoes of the valley! Let the world collide! Everybody stand back! Crash from the sky! Rev the engines!
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2... Not so many as I thought. Huh.
It's been way too long.
Whoa!
You got this!
Wait.
Press the advantage. Be gone, Shadow of Darkness!
Right. Without further ado. Be cleansed.
A gift from the heavens. I shall gladly accept it.
Lash attack!
Amber, reporting.
Okay, faster.
Why is there a chest here? I'm used to the rain, but you should probably use an umbrella. Thunder's so loud. That hurts.
You're in my sights.
Surge.
Compels you.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
Go claw! Wayne. Wow! So much stuff! If only enough was here.
Why is there a chest here? Keep up.
They call this a pleasant surprise, right? Surge. Rise.
Hey! Go, go, Baron Bunny! No one escapes my sights!
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift. Bet you can't keep up with me! I'll race you there! I'll race you there! Bet you can't keep up with me!
There's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look. Bet you can't keep up with me. Look, a rainbow!
Press your advantage.
Sure.
Didn't keep you wait.
Solidify!
Have you heard the Ballad of the Treasure Chest? Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Truly an extra slice of joy. Ticket. Go on. You have my approval. Be cleansed.
Another test subject.
Shower me with praise. A new moon rises. Flame.
You're not going anywhere.
Target acquired.
The wrong test subject. I got captured. It's time.
The sky clears. The blaze moon time. Without further ado. Time to shine.
Be gone, Shadow of Darkness! You're in my sights!
To descent! Chill to the bone!
Be cleansed! Divine light, shield them!
A gift from the heavens. I shall gladly accept it. The moon is barely visible. Clear skies grace our onward journey.
Excuse me?
For justice.
I'll light the path ahead.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword!
While the light shines bright.
Let me weave you a verse.
Surge.
Without further ado.
Behold, the dawn! Press the advantage.
Rain cutter.
3 moons converge.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
Begone, shadow of darkness!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness.
Rain.
Be cleansed. The sky's clear. The glazed moon shines.
A new moon rises.
You're in my sights.
Let me weave you a verse.
Light compels you.
Without further ado. Light the dust. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
A moonlit night for all. Surge.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way. Be cleansed. Light the dust.
Begone, shadow of darkness! Target acquired.
Know my sword. Witness the power of good. Without further ado. Light the dust.